It's a Monday after an Eagles game, and we got a big week ahead with a playoff game on Sunday. Let's talk to the voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese. Merrill, how you doing?
Well, I could be doing better today. To be honest with you, I was really, really hoping that they would pull that thing out yesterday because I believe that home field advantage is very, very important. Now, they do have it for this coming week, which I think is great. I would have liked to have seen it insured for 2 games because in checking, I've noticed that the home teams win in the playoffs in recent years over 77% of the time.
Yeah, that is a big deal. And the Eagles yesterday, obviously, Merrill had a chance to get that number 2 seed with the Lions winning, but they didn't do it. All right, Merrill, let's unpack your thoughts as it went along. So we knew the plan for the week. Around midweek, Sirianni announced it. So there wasn't a surprise to us when the Eagles' backups went out there and played yesterday. Merrill, did you find yourself, as you were broadcasting the game, and obviously you had an eye on what was happening in in Chicago with Detroit, did you find yourself second-guessing what the Eagles did and their approach to Week 18?
Well, I felt initially that they should be just going all out to win that game. But then as Nick explained it, he put a lot of thought into it, a lot of investigation, and he felt that it was better for the team to get the rest and have the guys who had any minor injuries healed and play it that way. And I think they still felt they had a good chance to win the game, which they did. They just didn't play well enough. And you know, we talk a lot about Tanner McKee being a talented young quarterback, but basically he doesn't have a lot of experience, a lot of game experience. And I don't think we should have been expecting any great performances. I thought he did pretty well.
You know, Hugh thought the same thing. I mean, obviously the numbers weren't great. I thought the first couple drives he was good, especially when Devontae was in the game, Merrill. He threw the touchdown to Calcaterra. And then it seemed like the pressure got to him a little bit. I mean, it was a little bit difficult to evaluate what Tanner did because he's playing with all the backups, right? It's not like a normal game.
He is playing with the backups, yeah. And he himself has a lack of real game experience.
He does. Merrill with us here as we discuss the game yesterday and then look ahead to the playoffs. Merrill, if there's one thing from yesterday that my eye just keeps going back to in my mind is every time since he's gotten here, Tank Bigsby has run the football. I have been impressed. And Merrill, we all know Saquon is the guy here, but I would like to see Tank get a few more carries. I just think there's production there out of him, and we know the offense hasn't been great this year. What's your thought on Tank as we head to the postseason, and should he get a few more opportunities as we go into the biggest games?
Well, of course, your bell cow back is Saquon Barkley. And if you get the kind of blocking that he needs, if he has the holes, if he has daylight, he's going to have big games. But Tank Bigsby is a great change of pace back, and he's explosive. He really hits the hole quickly, and he's got a combination of power and speed.
He does, and he looked really good yesterday. All right, Merrill, let's look ahead. The postseason starts on Saturday, and for the Eagles, we know it starts Sunday at 4:25. What's your first thought when you saw how it all played out? Obviously, the Rams won yesterday, so they move up to number 5. That puts the 49ers at number 6. They're our first opponent. What's your first thought on this game?
Well, I feel good about it. I watched the 49ers on Saturday night, and they look terrible. But they're not. I mean, look at their record. They've been a good team throughout the season, but their defense looked very, very weak. And I think the Eagles, I really am optimistic about the Eagles winning this first game, unless San Francisco gets guys back and they play a totally different game. But really, Seattle annihilated them.
They did. I mean, the game was within 10 points, but it felt like it was bigger than that. I mean, Seattle dominated that football game. Merrill, before we let you go, overall, big picture in the NFC, who do you view as the Eagles' biggest competition to get to the Super Bowl? I mean, we haven't spoken much about Seattle this year, but I'm very impressed when I watched them play. They took apart the Niners on Saturday.
They did. If you ask the biggest jump that they have to make, it would be Seattle, in Seattle. I mean, the Eagles have struggled there to begin with, and of course, they're the top seed. So it would all go through Seattle, through the Seahawks, and I think that's tough. But we'll see. People tend to say, well, Sam Darnold will return to making the mistakes in the big games. Guys do grow, and they do get better over the years, and right now, he is playing at a very high level.
Yeah, and they have a great defense around them, and they run the football. They're a well-put-together football team. We shall see. Maybe we'll see them in a few weeks. Merrill, have a great week. We will talk to you Sunday for the pregame show, and let's go get a win and move on to the playoffs. Thank you, Merrill.
Okay, thank you, Joe. You have a great day.
Have a great day, Merrill.
There he is, the voice of the Eagles, Merrill Reese there, as he's talking about this game on Sunday. He sounds pretty confident. Yeah, I'll tell you, that game Saturday night, I know a lot of people took away that the Niners looked bad and they didn't look good. My takeaway was the Seahawks are really good. I mean,
they look better, like because it was a whole lot of talk before that game of Sam Darnold legacy. There was a whole lot of when listening to them talk on television, that was the main topic. And it's not it's not a playoff game, but it had playoff feel, and they played well, man. This is not. I think for everybody's sanity, the Eagles are the defending Super Bowl champions. That's where it stops. Realistically, that's where it stops, because the teams that we're potentially going to play, this is not going to be a cakewalk. And I know everybody talking about, hey, we done this and that. Nah, bro. The way that these teams are looking at us, we're food. Because they're looking at us like we have not reached our potential. And if you're being realistic as an Eagles fans, we haven't. We're a good football team, no question. And if we go anywhere, everybody knows it's going to be on the back of this defense. But we have to do everything offensively that we can to help this defense out and not put them in a bad spot every week. That's going to be the biggest test that we're going to face throughout this playoff run, is how much can we potentially help our defense out to keep, number one, keep them fresh and keep them locked in and don't put them in bad spots.
Well, I mean, think about some of the games they've lost this year. It's because the offense has hung the defense out to dry. I mean, that it happened in Dallas. It happened with the Broncos. It almost happened in Buffalo, where we just couldn't move the ball the entire second half, and the defense, gave out at the end. 215-592-9494. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Did the Eagles make a mistake yesterday? A couple Angry Runs T-shirts in exchange for the bid.
Yeah, he ought to. The nerve, man, up here, like taking our stuff.
Yeah, well, there is no easy way out, regardless of how the playoff never is here, regardless of how this bracket played out. All right, 215-592-9494. We'll get back to all your phone calls in a second. But let's get into it. Our first take on the game. Sunday, 4:25, the Eagles and the 49ers. So the first thing I thought was, it feels like a Sunday 4:25 game. Eagles, 49ers, Fox, Sunday. That's the right spot for the game. It couldn't have been a Saturday afternoon game. That didn't work. Couldn't have been the Monday night game because it has to be a 4 or 5 matchup. So before yesterday, I was like, maybe Saturday night, but more likely Sunday afternoon, 4:25. So I think it's the perfect spot for the game. It feels right. It'll be Brady and Burkhardt on the call. It feels like, the kind of spot for the number one Fox team. Hugh, your first thought on the matchup, the Eagles and the 49ers Sunday afternoon.
Ooh, it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a physical confrontation. I think that a lot of us fans, that is, think about the last time the 49ers were here.
2 years ago.
Yeah, and they put hands all over us, slapped us all up around the face and hand and the lips. So, yeah, revenge. I feel like people are a little nervous about this game because of what they remember from the last one. This is a different 49ers team, but they're still formidable.
They're
no
good.
Question about it.
They're not as talented as they were 2 years ago. That was the year they went to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
They lost to the Chiefs. I don't view them as dominant as they were then. They don't have as many great players they did then. The part for me that is interesting for this game is I think it's a pretty even matchup. Shanahan and his scheme against Vic Fangio. That part feels pretty even. Like, we have more personnel, but he's going to get some guys open, especially if he could isolate Adoree Jackson.
Yeah, he's a smart coach.
Yeah,
man,
he's among the best in terms of offense. So that matchup is a great one. McCaffrey and what they get out of their receivers, and obviously Kittle is a big part of all this, right? Where I think we should have the advantage in this game is the Eagles should score on this 49ers defense. This 49ers defense is put together with duct tape and bubble gum. They're all injured. I mean, there's nothing out. I mean, I was watching the game Saturday. I was like, first of all, who are these guys? And second, who's their best defensive player? Is it Bryce Huff? It might be.
Yeah, probably.
They don't have enough players on defense. I know you said 21 is our ceiling. We should score 24 points on Sunday against the Niners. We should score 24 points.
This is where I need to reel you back in just a little bit.
On that defense, we should score 24 points.
No.
I didn't say 42. I said 24.
No, come on.
At home, off of a bye, basically? Come on.
No. Listen to me. 21 points.
Nope. If we only get 21, it's going to be a nail-biter in the fourth quarter. I'm telling you.
And we're not going far.
Hey, listen.
No.
They can't put up 21 on this defense.
Listen. As long as they win the game, that's all that matters. 21 points gets you there with this defense. If you help this defense out, I give you 24. I give you 24 points. But this offense, look, what did we just see yesterday? against the Commodores.
But there was all backups.
I understand that, but it's hey, different players, same scenario, same outcome, because somebody couldn't get out their own way. Like somebody's, I feel, recklessly speculating. Somebody's pride got in the way. I'm going to show you guys, all you guys that did all the mean and hurtful things in my home, I'm going to show you. That's what that was, Justin.
You've really been hard on Patullo this year, I got to say.
No, yesterday, I saw what everybody else saw. Because I've always been of the mindset, it ain't just one thing. And I still don't believe it's just one thing. But when you go into that game under those circumstances, Joe, when the game started, the quarterback was under siege. And you kept throwing the football. What does that say? What does that say to anybody, any layman that's watching?
Yesterday, they treated it like a preseason game, and we're trying to prove a point. Yeah, I mean
that to me was egregious. Ron, just go back and look at the film. I don't know what the tackle was doing. He might as well just gave him a Olay and just say, "Hey, go blow my quarterback's back out. Just go blow his back out. He right there." That's what he did.
Yeah,
go look at it.
I know, it's bad.
And DeRon looking like he getting ready to do his pass rush. He's like, "Are you serious?" It was like a swinging gate. And he just opened up like it was he was so scot-free to the quarterback. He thought it was a joke until he got there. It was just bad. It was bad.
I know there's not many games, Kyle. We went into this year feeling good about the offense, and we got to see how they play. But they should play. The 49ers defense, I'm looking at some of the box score numbers from Saturday. The Seahawks ran 39 times for 180 yards, and they were 20 of 26 passing. And if they didn't get stopped inside the 5 and have a couple missed field goals, they would have put up 20-something.
Yeah, just like early initial take on the Niners thing, I'm guaranteeing an Eagles win.
Ah, see, there we go.
We're not losing.
Well, I can't get there on a Monday.
I'm already there.
I can't get there on a Monday.
I have no respect for their defense whatsoever. And we just saw what their offense looked like against an actual real big boy defense. I mean, they could the 42 points against the Bears is cute, but the Bears have a fake good defense. The Eagles have a real good defense, just like Seattle. And I think that result that we just saw is probably closer to the result that we get on Sunday.
Yeah, so guarantee is strong. I can't get there on a Monday, but I do think the Eagles should win this game, and I think their offense should, again, they should score 24 points on Sunday. I'm not asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars. 24 points against a defense that really is all backups. There's no Fred Warner. There's no Nick Bosa. They've lost players all season long. This is a game the offense should play well. They have a week off. They're rested. The offensive line is rested. The Eagles' offense better put some points up on the board. And I know we trust Vic Fangio. I just don't go into I can't go into a game against Kyle Shanahan's offense and just expect him to hold him to like 10. Like they might get to 17. So we got to get to above 20. Otherwise, we're going to be biting our nails, in the fourth quarter of that game. 215-592-9494. A couple things with injuries to watch as the week goes on. We'll keep an eye on it. Trent Williams did not play Saturday. They're great left tackle with the hamstring injury.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
If he don't play, that could work in our favor.
Yeah, I think they're cooked if he doesn't play.
He's been playing a long time too, man.
I'll be with if Trent Williams is ruled out. I'll be with Kyle. I think the Eagles defense will smash them without Trent Williams. If he's in there, obviously he's great, and it makes the Eagles' defensive job harder. Ricky Pearsall, their wide receiver, also missed the game Saturday. We'll see if he's back. So they could be getting some good offensive players back. I think the Eagles are going to win. I think it's going to be close and uncomfortable because that's the way they typically are when the Eagles play good teams. But the offense better hold up their end of the bargain. This is not a good 49ers defense, and they're all banged up.